Good morning. Most welcome to the Metrology and Quality Control Lab. So today I am showing what are the different equipments available in this Metrology and Quality Control Lab. This is the lab where you can observe the different equipments which I have placed in this lab. And this basically, very proudly I want to say that this lab has got the best MSBT award, that is the best laboratory award, which is given by Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education. Right? So here you are with me in a Thakur Polytechnic now. Just I will go through this along with me. My friend Maurice is there. He is just shooting this. Maurice will go first of all. You focus on this. This is just I want to show that every lab must require a granite surface plate. So this granite, over that we are measuring the various jobs so that we will get a highly accurate product. This is the most popular equipment which is called as a dial gauge, which will be act as a mechanical type of dial gauge, which is just placed or I have located on the one stand. This equipment generally used to measure the suppose a small height, or even I will show you some component. Suppose I want to check this thickness. So for that I have to set it with the slip gauge and I can check the thickness of this or width of this gear. So these are the major use of this dial gauge. Then other one, this is slip gauges. In these slip gauges there are around 45 pieces are there whose make is Miteto. You know that slip gauge is used to measure the if you want to go for the calibration of any equipment, then it is possible by using this slip gauge. And you know that there are different grades are there. You can in this box you can see the grade is 0. This is a monochromatic light source. Basically in the monochromatic light source you can see that when you are manufacturing any product there may be a concave or a convex surface occur. So for that, even this is somewhat a masterpiece are available with me. These are the masters actually. So when I am placing below this light, you come to notice that we will get some surface texture there. There are some unevenness occur, and this can be just you can compare it. This is one of the best equipment, which is a monochromatic light source. If the surface is concave or convex, or even if it is flat or not, that can be measured or compared by using the monochromatic light source. Then I will come to the next equipment. This is a Taylor-Hobson telescope. This is a very small type of equipment, but my friend, I will tell you, given this is a masterpiece. This is one of the masterpiece we are having. You can see. And in this masterpiece, our RA value is around 2.94 micron, right? Muon. Basically, this equipment is used when you are doing the highly finished components. For example, highly finished component means you can see here I have taken a slip gauge right now, and if I want to check the finish of this component, I will just place below this. Yeah. So this is one of the probe there. And now first of all I will make a equipment on there, you can see. After doing that, I will just press the start button, and now you can see the movement. Yeah, you also at the same time you can see the finish value which will be given in the array. I will tell you at the So how much is the value now? The value of this is RA is equal to 0.017 micron. That much accuracy is there in these slip gauges. Okay, so it depends because many times when we are using continuously, it may get wear out also. Some scratches will come out there. Okay, now next I will come to the spirit level. This is always you are most familiar with this spirit level right now. So in this spirit level, basically my friend, I will tell you, जैसे वो कड़िया लोग यूज़ करते हैं, so that is not accurate. But if I want highly precise results for proper leveling, at that time I have to use the sensitive type of spirit level. This is a sensitive type of spirit level. Now, here the scale is there. You can observe these are the scale. Okay. Now the bubble is just moving on your left side now. But student, opposite to that, if I lift it, opposite you can see the bubble is coming at the center, right? Means whatever the errors are there, I can read out. This is the just if I hold like this, it looks like a normal vernier right now, but there are two verniers here which is used to measure the tooth thickness. Just for a second, I will take a gear there. Here, suppose just if I want to measure the tooth thickness of that is very easy here. But for that we need a calculation also. But just for an idea, you just place it. Sorry. Yeah. Now you can move it. Just a minute. Yeah. Now you should lock it. Then only it is possible to get a perfect results. Okay. But whatever I had done, before that we need a calculations. But just I am showing that what is the application of that. Okay. Now I will come to the here. Now in this case, this is the pneumatic comparator. Now in the pneumatic comparator, what are the equipments we require is the compressor. Basically, I will tell you, this is the air-free compressor. You can see here. Here, this is totally a noiseless compressor, almost noiseless. बहुत ही कम आवाज आता है इसका. Okay. For that, always in your lab, you should use the oil-free air compressor. Okay. And this will indicate you the pressure, how much pressure is there. Now only I am just started. The pressure goes on increasing now. So generally 4 bar or a 6 bar is sufficient to measure the internal diameter or any component. Now I will come to after that. This is the filter here. Okay, so whatever the moistures are there, it will get trapped there. Now in this dial gauge, this is also a pressure gauge. Now I am not on the system. I will on it. You can show here only. Guru sir, you can see here. Now here also the air is coming out, right? After that it will come to the indicating unit. It is also called as a Mercer unit also, right? Now I connect it. This is just a minute. This is the plug gauge, and I have connected this plug gauge to the indicating unit. These are the two setting units. So student, always you have to set it first. I have to set the air gauge to the, so here there is a pressure. I just try to set it. So why it is not showing, actually whatever the pressure I require, that much pressure I am not getting. Okay, that is the issue. Now little bit the pressure, it will take some time for that. Okay, but ultimately even if I press this, you can see some sound is coming out, means air is coming out here, right? Means with the help of this plug gauge, I can measure the internal diameter. Okay, this is possible by using a pneumatic comparator. You know that you can measure the internal diameter by using the even inside micrometer also, even the vernier also. All these are the possibilities there. Okay, so now it will take some more time because the pressure is not generated up to that level. You can measure the internal diameter as well as the external. If I change this plug gauge with the ring gauge, then I can check the outer diameter of the component also. These are the possibilities there. Okay, now I'll just come to the other one. So here I will show you. This is the this is the profile projector. Right now in the profile projector, when you go to the theater and if you see the pictures, there also the film is very small, but you can on the screen you can see the enlarged view. What I have done, my friend, this is actually a transparent table is there, and there are 2 micrometers are there. You can see these are the 2 micrometers. and these micrometers, when you're observing, whose least count is now 0.001 mm. You can see on your screen right now. Yeah, this is an other micrometer, and over the table, this is our table, right? And over the table I have placed the component. Now I have placed the gear. Even if you want to check the profile, or even you can see this is the transparency what I have placed there. I want just a scale or something there, just my friend. Here, this is how I just comparing my profile, but I am not getting the value there. But if I want the exact value, still it is possible. Even if I want to check the, you can see this is the thread. If it is not, you can remove this profile. Now it is not clear. But if I rotate, you can see this I am rotating. You can see. So when I am rotating, it comes to the notice that it get a clear sharpness, right? And now even you can rotate this screen. If you want to rotate the screen, really it is possible. Okay. Now with the help of this, on the screen there is X and Y axis are there. So you can easily match it. You can match this. Even if you want to measure the diameter, still it is possible. You can see this is the how I am rotating. Okay. I think you can see the scale. Yeah, I can just coincide. I'm just coinciding. Okay. So this is a outer diameter I am trying to measure. The first dimension I can take. Okay. Then I will come to the second one. Just I am showing the how the profile projector has been get used. So when I am rotating, again it is moving. You can see. Right. So in this way, I can check the outer diameter, even I can check the minor diameter, even I can check the angle also. If I want to check the flank angle, still it is possible. Okay, thread angle is also possible by using this profile projector. Then I will come to the next one. This is a tool maker microscope. ये इसका ही भाई है, right? But here basically you can see in the profile projector you can see the object on the screen. But here you can't see it on the screen, but through the eyepiece. Through the eyepiece only we can observe. You are observing this component. Okay? Yeah. Very good. Thank you, Maurice sir. It is very clear. Now, student, basically in this, basically you can check the even, I can say the pitch also, major diameter, minor diameter, all these possibilities, thread angles, flank. But basically when I am talking the tool maker microscope, when there is a very small component, even this is a very big component I have taken, okay, almost the size of 10 mm or 5 mm, even 1 mm, this is possible. Even if a diameter is of 1 mm or 2 mm, still it is possible. You can see the threads is very difficult to observe here, how much is the pitch is there, but still through the eyepiece I can do it. And again there are some micrometers are there. If you want to take the reading, you can take the help of these micrometers. This is also called as a drum type of micrometer, huh? And it's you can see the accuracy is 0.005 mm. That much is the least count of that. Okay, so this is what we are talking about the tool maker microscope. Now this is the most general equipments. As a mechanical engineer, everybody must know that there are different type of verniers I have placed here. The outer diameter. If you want to measure the outer diameter, it is possible. If you want to measure the internal diameter, still it is possible. You can see right now. Even if I want to check the depth, still it is possible there. You can see here. But when you are measuring, always when you are removing the any equipment, first you should lock this lock nut and then only you can remove it. Okay, now. So we can check the depth by this. I am having one more vernier. This is which can measure up to the 300 mm length or a width. Okay, these are the possibilities here also. this is the digital type. Digital type is always a very easy equipment to measure. Even if I want to measure the diameter, even if I want to measure the thickness, still it is possible. You can see here, right now. Even if I can take the width, I am checking. Okay, this is a now you can go for the in inch also. Now it is showing in an inch. But if my friend, if I want to go for the mm, you press the button. Yeah, you can see the in mm the value is 15.02. All these possibilities are there. You can take the reading in inch also. You can take the reading in mm also in the digital. This is one more thing. This is again, if you want to measure depth, this is a dial type of depth gauge. Here also, if I want to measure the depth of this, you can see here. I can place here. You can log this first. Now here there is no vernier scale is there. Instead of that, there is a dial gauge. So dial gauge will show you the vernier reading in this case, right? But if you see here, in this case, there is a vernier scale reading. Right now, main scale reading, vernier scale. Here, main scale reading and a dial gauge reading. The dial gauge will always show you the vernier scale reading. This is the vernier height gauge. Yeah, you can see. If I want, this is the, again, in the first year you are always trying to use all these equipments. You can see, even if I want to measure the height of this component, it is easily. Even if I want to scribe it, right now, if I want to mark it to a certain height, suppose I want to mark it at a 10 mm, yeah, you can see here, I can mark this job. We will get a line there. Okay, so this is a possibility there. Because these are the scriber. With the help of this scriber, you can easily mark it. Now I am coming to the, again, different type of micrometers you can see here. This is the outside micrometer. You can, if you want to measure the outer diameter, you can know very well. There is always a main scale and circular scale is there. Along with that, always keep in mind, you should know the least count. Okay, if you don't want to, even you don't know, you can see on this. This is a casting body, right? U shape or C shape, whose least count is 0.01 mm in this case. Even if you want to measure the internal diameter, so here always the readings are in opposite way. You can see here. Here, if I compare, you can observe very carefully there. It started with a 0 from left. Right now, from left to right we are going. But in this case, it is totally in a different way. We are going from the right to left. It start from the 5 and you can reach to the 30. Means maximum we can measure the 25 mm. Right? Here also I can measure the 25, but here basically the scale is in the opposite side. Even if I want to go for the more than 25, I can take an, you can see here, 25 to 50. Means if diameter is greater than 25, you can go for such type of internal micrometers. Here this is also a digital type of, means in every case the digital type are available, whether it may be a vernier or whether it may be a micrometer. If you want to measure a bigger diameter, outer diameter from 25 to 50, then still you can use this one. Now I am coming to the something different way. This is the gauge which is called as a radius gauge. Right now, if I want to check the radius of any component, even I will show you if any small component is there. Suppose I am assuming this as a component for timing, right? Even if I want to compare it directly, I will try to just try to match it. So if it get properly matched, okay, तो शायद ये बहुत ही close हमें इसके. But in that way, now how I come to know that how much is the value? You can see here the size is 5.55 right now. So like that, if you want to check the diameter directly with the help of radius gauge, it is possible. Then one more thing you can observe, this is a feeler gauge. It looks like a fan, no? It looks. See how thin blades are there. Okay, but if you want to measure the spark plug gap, you can just try to put it. You can make the combination of 2 or 3 or even single also. It depends. Okay, like that you can make the combinations, whichever it properly get fitted. No, it is still is issue. Okay, like this. Now I can make a addition of all these 3 blades, which will already the values are given. You can see the values are in mm as well as in the inch, right? So it depends. Generally, we are always measuring it in the mm. One more thing you can observe, my friend, here. This is the screw pitch gauge. Even in the screw pitch gauge, you can see on my, this is a Whitworth type, whose angle is 55 degree. Half of the part is of Whitworth thread, and remaining half of that, can you see here? This is a metric type of thread whose angle is 60 degree. Means, just I will show you, suppose this is the threads are there, and if I want to compare it, okay, like that you try to match it. अभी ये match नहीं हुआ है, तो ऐसा आप 2-4 ब्लेड जितने भी आप कोशिश करो, and ultimately when the whatever it get matched, that will give you your values. Now I am coming to the next one. This is, I think you are aware of this. This is a plug gauge actually. This is a double-ended type of plug gauge, right, which you are used to measure the internal diameter. Okay, here the sizes is given 10.87, means I can measure. This gauge is specially designed for the whole of 10 mm. Okay, with having a tolerance value. Go end and no go ends are there. Okay, you can see here. Then the more thing I would like to show. This is also a gauge. This is a snap gauge, fixed type of snap gauge. Here also go and no go gauge, no go ends are there. Along with that, I'll show you a very interesting, that is a adjustable type of snap gauge. Right now, here adjustable type of snap gauge, you can observe 19 to 25. Means I can measure the outer diameter. Snap gauge is used to measure the outer diameter. So generally from 19 to 25 type you can diameter, you can measure it by using the adjustable type of snap gauge. But after 25, if you want to measure, I have other one also. You can see here 25 to 32 right now. So student, these are the fixed anvil. This is the movable anvil. With the help of slip gauge, I can set this size. Okay, for that I have to use the screwdriver. For that, these are the screw. This is the adjustable screw. Okay, we can move this in a forward direction as well as the backward direction. Okay, and then we can set it. This is just about a plug gauge and a snap gauge. Now this is the what actually I am talking about, the floating carriage. Student, basically we are using a floating carriage for the major diameter also, minor diameter also, but mostly we are using the, if you want to measure the effective diameter of a thread, I just located. You can see here. If I want to measure the effective diameter, I have to use the wire. These wires I have to use in this case, right? These are the wires. I just locate the thread. This is a thread plug gauge. I just hold it between the centers, and this is the drum where we can measure the reading. Even I will show you the readings there. You can see. You can see here the readings are there. Okay, and now drum can be located in any position, even on the left or right. It depends. It can be easily removed. I can remove the drum also. This is the fiducial dial indicator. So whatever the pressure get act over the component, which will always shows the constant. For that only the fiducial dial indicators are there. So just I am giving an overall idea. Okay. Now again I am coming to this is the bevel protectors. Along with that, we are having the angle gauges also. These are the angle gauges. Okay, you can see, and on the angle gauges, it is clearly mentioned. Suppose this is a 4 degree. Can you you can focus it? Yeah, this is a 4 degree. Like a slip gauge, the angle gauges are there. So these are the different angle gauges are available. Okay, this is complete box for angle gauges. Now, this is what I actually want to show, that this is a bevel protector. I am having other bevel protector also. Okay, this is also having a bevel protector. Basically, if you want to measure the angles, yes, I can place it. Okay, I can measure the angle. You can lock it. Now here, I can measure with the help of this bevel protector, I can measure angle around as per the least count is concerned 5 minutes. Okay, always degree, minutes, and seconds. But bevel protector can measure the angle only up to the minutes. But the least count of this is only 5 minutes. Okay, so this is possible. Here also having the other one right now. Even I can place this scale like this. Okay, even if I want to check with this, I can use this one also. Here the important thing is that here basically there is a magnifier glass, because many times when you are reading the any scale it is very difficult, तो क्लियरिटी नहीं रहती है, तो हम यहाँ मैग्नीफायर हमने लगा दिया है. तो मैग्नीफायर से क्या होगा कि एग्जैक्ट कौन सा लाइन कोइंसाइड होता है, इट कैन बी इजीली सीन और इट कैन बी इजीली डिटेक्टेड, राइट. सो फॉर दैट मैग्नीफायर ग्लास आर दैट. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट दिस इज व्हाट अबाउट द ड्यूअल प्रोटेक्टर व्हिच इज यूज्ड टू मेजर द एंगल्स. नाउ दिस इज द एंगल डेकर. This is angle decker where it is just a comparative type of equipment. Here also, if you want, even if I want to measure the angles of an angle gauge, suppose this is the angle gauge. I am showing that. Okay, here if I want to check the angle of this, for that I need a masterpiece, right? Suppose I am assuming this as a masterpiece, and if I want to check the angle of any component, I will just compare it. But here I can't show you all the detailing of that, but it is a comparative type of equipment which is called as an angle decker. Okay, so here also you can measure up to the 1 minute. The accuracy or least count of this angle decker is 1 minute. So like that, for the measuring the angles, I having angle decker also, I having a buell protector also, right? Sine bar is also there. I have not shown you the sine bar. I having a sine bar also. Here, in this way, I am making the setup of all the equipments. Today, I have taken some equipments, right? Like that, every experiment, I am giving the name so that student can easily take out that equipments. That is also always a very important. Whenever you are putting the instrument in your lab, you put it as per the experiment, right? One more thing here, I will just. You can see here I am having a lot of equipments now. I have not shown all the equipments. Even only thing I will show you only is a sine bar now. This is a sine bar, right now, and this sine bar is also used to measure the angle. So, but in the sine bar we also required a slip gauge also. We required a dial gauge also. If I want to measure the angle with the sine bar, I need a surface plate, I need a dial gauge, right? I need a sine bar, right? I need a component for that, right? So like that, then only it is possible to measure the angle by using a sine bar. Just last one now. Here I am just keeping all the equipments also with as per the experiment now. You can see the experiment one. I keep a number of jobs there. You can see here experiment. So experiment wise, you always try to set up. You can see this is the in-house. We have made all these posters. You can observe here in my lab. The Morrison, you can show there that this is the activity what done by the students. I always take the help of the student, right? So this is experiment wise I try to make it. Even if I am absent sometime, even my lab assistant or even my students, you can see that what they require, what is the availabilities is required for the any experiment, right? So even you should require all the setup should be there. So this is again, this is actually given by the Mitato company. This is a ready-made posters. This is given by the company. Mitato is a Japanese company. Everybody is aware. It is highly precise equipments are there. The brand where highly accurate and precise equipments are there. So thank you, my friends. Thank you, Morrison, once again.